So in today's session, we are going to understand about process flow, guys. Okay. Well, process flow means that's an indication where we are in. Let us say you order something. You order something. So in the Flipkart, they'll show you it is in the shipping phase or delivered phase or in transition phase. It will show the flow, right? In which flow we are on. Okay. So to show that flow, we will actually create a process flow. So we'll so the guys, you tell me this time, do we have to go to the table and click on show form to open the form? Can I use directly the module? I can directly use application menu and I can directly click on create new to open the form, right? I can also use shortcut so that I can directly open the finance case form. Okay. So this is the form. So well, here on the form, I want to create a process flow. How exactly the process flow will look like? I'll just first show you. Who told that form? So this one, the one which you are seeing here, this is called process flow. This is called process flow. So when you order something, so first it will show you this phase, transition phase, out for delivery. Shipping, out for delivery, delivered, order completed. This is the process flow. How do we create this process flow is what we will understand in today's session. To create a process flow, you have to go to the process flow in the application of it. Okay. So you have to create the formatters, guys. Table, what is the table name? U underscore finance. Okay. I'm giving here as new. Label also I'm giving here as new. Table label is different. Table name is different. Flow name is different. Value is different. Order I am giving here as 100. Well, where state is new. And the state is new, new will be highlighted. New flow formatter will be highlighted. Okay. Order 300. Order with less number will appear on the top. I'm using insert and stay here. Okay. You created the flow formatter. Now what you will do is you will go to the finance case form, right click configure, go to the form layout or form design or form builder. Form builder. Try to get used to the form builder. Form builder is the latest feature that is introduced. We used to use form design a lot. I am creating a separate section. I will merge with the um, section below. I have to. Okay, I am creating a separate section. This section should not have any name. Untitled merged with above section. Untitled merged with the above section. So here, if you go to the components, if you go to the more formatters, okay, add this process flow to this point here. Okay, there should not be any section name here. There should not be any section name. Okay, then it is fine. Is adding a new section is a problem. We'll do one thing. Here it is not allowing me to, instead of using form builder, we'll use form layout or form design. Remove the title, make it as a single column. You can see process flow here. Just save this one. Okay. If you go to the form and refresh this one, you will be able to see this is the process flow. Now the state is new, right? That is why new is highlighted. If I change it to in progress will be highlighted. In progress will be If I change it to on hold will be highlighted. If I change it to resolved will be highlighted. Closed will be highlighted. If I select cancelled will be highlighted. This is called process flow, guys. Okay. Guys, in the beginning days of my career, if I want to see a field name, okay, I used to go to that field, right click. I used to see this field name here. So once I have actually added the extension, SN utils for Chrome extension, if I double click on this one, even I don't have to click here. I can directly see the technical name here. So it will save time. See, for developers, clicking is difficult thing. If I have to see 10 field names, I have to do 10 clicks. I have to go to the field, right click, and I have to see the field name. For every field, I used to see the same. So once SN utils Chrome is added, I can double click it. I can directly see the technical names. I can copy it from here. So earlier, I used to open this one. I used to say, click on this one. I used to copy it from here. But it is not actually as difficult that as it is now. It was difficult thing. So if you add SN utils for Chrome, if you understand how to utilize that SN utils for Chrome, it will make your life easy. For copy pasting and all, for easy navigation and all. So if I want to open this particular record data, use slash command VD. VD means view data. You can see field label, field name. What is that field type? What is the value? I can copy it from here. Getting my point. So if it is a reference field, which table it is referencing? Is it making our life easy or not? Hmm? So what is the table name? Who created it? What time it is created? Who updated it? What time it is updated? You can search for here. You can search from here. Hide empty rows. Only not empty rows it is showing. Refresh. You can see how beautiful it is. So if you have SN utils for Chrome, it will save almost 1 to 2 hours time. In an 8 hour a day, it will save your 8 hours time. Okay. So similarly, once you get used to the scripting part, you don't have to write the script. You don't have to write the script. So if you remember the script one time, okay, so you can go to the syntax editor macros, okay. I am just creating a editor macro. Editor macro means script editor macro. So repeating guys, you have to go to syntax editor macros under system definition. I am writing script here. Okay. RGA is equal to u glide ajax geo.add param. Script I'll explain, don't worry. Okay. I'm not teaching the script. I'm teaching about syntax editor macro. This script I understand. I know what this script does and all I understand. You wrote here. You named it as glide Ajax. Glide Ajax. All are small letters, okay? Save this one. So you went to a syntax editor macros. You created a syntax editor macro called glide Ajax. Okay. This is the glide Ajax name that you have given. Here you wrote the script here. This script you already aware. You're already aware. Okay. So this line of script you don't have to write every time. Suppose I'm going to one background script, guys. Okay. I don't have to write that script. I can just write glide Ajax. Okay. You can see glide Ajax. This one is syntax editor macro. Just hit a tab here. If you understand the script once, you don't have to write it. It will automatically populate. So you can see glide Ajax. This one, this symbol is actually syntax editor macro symbol. Use tab here. Okay. Var gr. If you understand what exactly that script does, you don't have to write it. You can create a macro. You can use that macro every time. You got it, right? So that is why when I have to write a glide record script, I'll write directly var gr. Script will be automatically populated. In some cases, you don't even have to write the script. But there are some places where you have to write the script. Okay. In that case, if you're afraid, won't work. Remember this point. One guy has paid his fees. He utilized this opportunity. He is now making 24 lakhs per annum. I'm giving you only one guy as an example. He spent course fees as 20,000. His 20,000, with his 20,000, he is now making 24 lakhs per annum. He purchased a new house. He purchased a new car. If he utilize it properly, if you utilize it properly, this 20,000 makes 300x times. If you don't utilize this opportunity, he utilized it. There are many students as such. Recent example I am telling. Recently, Pawan, one guy has come here. He purchased a new house. He purchased a new car. That is why I took him as an example. So many people are actually, see, doesn't matter if he bought it in installments, or if you bought it in EMIs and all, doesn't matter. He purchased it. That is because he gained the knowledge. This will become, this course fees will become a small amount if you utilize it. Understand? If you don't utilize it, you will be as it is. So you can use syntax editor macros to populate the scripts automatically. Okay. Yeah, there are some predefined syntax editor macros. If you see here, syntax editor macros, these are predefined. DOC, for loop, GA, glide ajax. Okay, this one I would have created already. Glide ajax, info. So GS dot add information message. Where GR, I told you right, where GR. Where GR OR. If you go to the background script, script is getting automatically, whatever you write it here in the text, this will be automatically populated. So here you have to mention the table name. That I'll tell you. That I'll tell you. Here you have to mention the table name. Here you have to mention the field name. Here you have to mention the field name. Here you have to mention the value. Here also you have to mention the value. So this is while loop. So slowly you will understand. But using syntax editor macros, you can populate the scripts automatically. This will make your life easy. Once you get used to it, once you get used to the, okay, at this point, we will use this line of script. If you understand the point, you can populate it automatically. Once you understand that, this line of script is used for this particular one, you can create a macro and you don't have to write it. You can use that macro, syntax editor macro, so that it will populate automatically. Being a developer, we don't want to write the script always. Just a moment, guys. Okay. So likewise, we'll be populating the scripts automatically. Okay. Guys, you are fundamentally strong now. You are fundamentally strong now. Let me, I don't want to go further. I just want to recap what we have covered so far, so that it will be a quick revision for you. Okay. First of all, we need to understand ServiceNow is all about tables. ServiceNow is all about tables. So there is a database in table. There is a database in the ServiceNow. In the database, there are 5,500 tables are there. Okay, there are 5,500 tables are there. From every table, we can design the form. From every table, we can design the form. Well, guys, here some tables ServiceNow is by default giving, those are called out of the box tables. We can modify them. We can still modify them, but we can't delete them. Okay. If you want to create a new table in the database, we can also create it. Those tables we can delete it also. Whatever the tables that we creating, right? Those tables we can, finance case table we created in the database. That table, if you want to delete, you can also delete it. Because we created it. ServiceNow provided tables will never start with U underscore, and whatever the tables that we are creating, those tables will start with U underscore. You can easily differentiate it, guys. Which table is created by whom and all. Okay. So in every table, whenever a table is created, field label, you will provide name gets automatically populated, and 6 fields will get created. Those are actually called system fields. Another field, collection field also will be created. That field will not have field label or name. That field will not have label and name. And these 6 fields are common in every table in the database. Okay. After that, we can create multiple fields of different type of fields. Like we have string type of field, choice type of field, reference type of field, list type of field, true or false type of field, date type of field. We can create a different type of fields, guys. So then after creating these fields, we designed the form. We designed the form and we created the sections. After creating the sections, we created the views. We created the views as well. In every view, there will be different sections. After that, we discussed about the dictionary properties. How to make a field mandatory, read only, display, default value, calculated value, choice specification, reference qualifiers, attributes. All these things we discussed. Can we make multiple field values as a display value? If you make multiple field values as a display value, system will get confused or not. You can't make multiple field values as a display value. You can make only one field value as a display value. Getting my point? So then we discussed about the dictionary properties. Then we have discussed about child tables and parent tables. So we extended a table. We extended a finance case table in the finance case task log map table. So that in the child tables, no system fields will be created except system ID field. Getting my point? Whenever a child table is created, at the same time, there will be another system field will be created in the finance case table. So totally in the finance case table, there are eight system fields. Created by, updated by, update, system ID, collection, and class field. Okay. And then okay. Then we extended a table in the child table so that all the fields will come along with the field properties also will come. To override that, we'll use dictionary overrides. To extend a table, the table must be extendable checkbox true. That is also important. That is what we discussed. Okay. Then we discussed about data lookup rules. Based on the other field values, if you want to populate another field value, you can use data lookup rules. For that, you have to create a table and you have to extend data lookup matcher rules table, which is must. Then you will create the fields and you will create the rules and you will create a definition and you will populate the priority value based on impact and urgency. Similarly, based on the category and subcategory, we are populating assignment group as well. Then we discuss about assignment rules. Assignment rules are used to populate assignment group assigned to that will work only on the task table. That will work only on the tables which are extending task table. It will work only after the record submitted. Okay. And now we discussed about process flow. After dictionary properties, we discussed about dictionary overrides, we discussed about application menus. So application menus are actually for employees. Employees don't know the table name. They can't go to the database. They can't open the table. They can't click on show form. So in that case, if they have to access it quickly, what we will do is we'll create an application menu and modules. If you want to restrict it to, you can restrict it to some people. Okay, only a few people should see that application menu means you can restrict it. Not everybody will be able to see that. Then we have seen shortcuts. Then we have seen slash commands. Then we have seen from the URL how to open the form and how to open the list. Guys, remember this point. This is very, very important thing. URL plays key role in every technology. URL is underrated. Okay. If I go and search something in Google, okay, how to become a developer. You can say google.com, search question mark Q. Q means query. This is what you have searched. RLZ. What is this RLZ? RLZ means developer can understand. Okay. OQ. So this URL only developer can understand. Google developer can understand what is this URL, what is this RLZ and all, everything and all. Only Google developer can understand. This Google search engine will search all the websites. Okay. This Google developer can understand this URL. As a ServiceNow developer, I can understand this URL. This is a table name. Table name dot do question mark system ID is equal to -1 means it will open the new macro editor form. So view. Every form has views, right? So view is equal to empty means it will show default view. Domain null. Domain scope null. So as a ServiceNow developer, you should understand this URL. URL, guys, remember, if you neglect this URL, you are actually missing becoming professional in one particular area. URL is underrated. Getting my point. See, when I click on this button, I have to open a form means I have to, if I can open the URL, it will open the form. If you remember, when you click on something, it will open a pop-up. How that will open? From the URL only it will open. Guys, wherever you are, okay, URL has its own importance. URL has its own importance. Using URL, you can open the forms. Using URL, you can open the list. Using URL, you can query the records. You can filter the records. Do you know that you can use URL to filter the records? Do you know using URLs you can download the records? So if I have to download incident list using Excel sheet, okay, incident underscore list dot do will open the incident list, right? Okay, question mark. Hmm? Excel sheet. All the incidents will be downloaded in a Excel sheet format. There are so many incidents, that is why it is taking some time. We'll complete the, yes, you can see it is downloading the incidents in a Excel sheet. So if you want to download the problems, it is opening the problem list, right? Question mark PDF. I want to download it in a PDF. So that all the problems will be downloaded in the PDF format. So that is the importance of URL. Okay. See, here I want to, if I have to create a record in ServiceNow, once I create a record in ServiceNow, let us say here in ServiceNow, I am writing some content. I am uploading an image. Once I submit, that has to upload an image in the Facebook. See here, guys, I'm creating a table. Create a table in the database that Facebook post. In the table, create two fields. One is actually caption. One field name is caption. Take it as a string type. One field name is image type. Photo and field type will be image type. So you will write the caption. You will take the image and you will submit that. You will create a you will submit that in the service now. And as soon as you submit that, it has to upload a image in your Facebook account. So this happens through the URL only. You have to take your Facebook profile URL. You have to provide in ServiceNow. You have to enter your username and password here. You have to take the Facebook profile URL. So every user profile has their URL, right? In the Facebook also there will be URL. Facebook.com Uday Gadiparthi or something. Like you also have your own profile. Okay. So this is actually our Facebook page. So you will take this particular URL. You will provide in the service now. You will enter the username and password here. And once you click on that submit, it will actually upload a post in your Facebook from ServiceNow. So here URL is playing key role or not. So here in this URL, you are actually providing your account name here. So everywhere, madam, you are in somewhere in Singapore or Dubai, madam. You are not here, madam. Tell me exactly where are you now, madam? You went to Dubai or Singapore? Yesterday was today is my birthday. Oh my God. Okay. 12 o'clock, and I wake up by 5 to practice yesterday's class. So I was sleepy so much. Yes. Still I wake up to 1 o'clock. Wish you many more happy returns of the day, madam. No problem. నేను 25 minutes లో చేసి చూపించాను వచ్చేసింది. అదే డౌట్ అది అట్లే ఉంది సార్. అది నిద్ర కూడా అసలు రావట్లేదు. మేడం Don't spoil your health, madam. As I mentioned already, guys, there is a rule called a triple eight rule. I told you, right? Triple eight rule. 8 hours for sleep. 8 hours for work. Even cyclone or tsunami or any earthquake or storm has come. Don't deviate from that 8 hours. Okay. Don't don't do injustice to sleep. Okay. That is not a good thing. Getting my point. Health is utmost important. Some things you can't buy. You can't buy the health. This body is given by the God. Replacing these parts is very difficult. Okay, take it seriously. Okay. Okay, madam. If you want to take rest, you can take rest. No, no, don't forcefully listen to this session. No, no, no. Uh, madam, don't sacrifice your sleep, madam. Okay. We'll get back to it later. Okay. So likewise, guys, as I mentioned already, you guys are able to understand that you are able to understand how to filter the records. While filtering, you are able to understand what this is field, this is operator, this is actually value. So you can filter from here. Okay, you can use this filter option. This is also a filter. This is called a natural language filter. You can write something here. So where you are selecting here, right? You can write here. Getting my point. Number ends with 67. Number ends with 67. Sorry, we can't understand the query. You can try improve your query here. So this is natural language. You can write it in your own language. You can, if for tips and all, you can click on this one. Ends with, there should be a space. Number is ending with 7. Sorry, we didn't understand the query. That is why don't use this one. Okay, use this one. Okay. And you can also search it from here as well. If you want to search, you can search it from here as well. Okay. So you guys are able to understand till this point, right? What is list, what is form and all. Every table has form, every table has list. Using form, you will create the record. That record will go to the list. Okay. So now onwards, we should be able to play. We should be able to play with the tables. We should be able to play with the data. Okay. So you have to change your mindset. So far, you are thinking that form is everything. Table, from the table, we designed the form, right? Form is everything is what we are thinking. Form is not everything. Form is not everything. Form is one part. Okay. Form is actually one part. Okay. So you have to broad your mindset. Mostly we'll be working on incident, problem and change request and knowledge articles. That is what we will think. We will be working on many tables. In the organizations also, like finance case table, they would have already created some more tables. You have to understand what is that, why those tables were created. When you join in the organization, like finance case table, they would have created some tables. You need to understand why those tables were created. What is the purpose of those tables? That is where you need to take the knowledge transfer from the seniors. These out of the box tables are common in every table. Out of the box tables you will see in the organization as well. Same user table, same group table, same incident table, same problem table, change knowledge table, same knowledge table. But you will see some custom tables that were created in the organization. You have to understand why these tables were created. What is the purpose of them? What each field is doing in each table. You have to understand. You have to ask them. Okay. Guys, service now is very simple. Those who have already played with the data, those who already played with the data, for them service now is very easy. It is all about playing with the data only, guys. Why are we creating the tables in the database? To store the data. Why are we creating tables in the database? To store the data. There is a incident table that is created in the database, right? Why did incident table is created? So in the organization, every employee use this incident form to create the incidents. All these incidents data will be stored in the incident table. Maybe in the future, if they want to see, they can see incidents for how many people created incidents, and then each team worked on how many incidents. They can track from using the data. You got it right. Why tables are created in data? Tables are created in database to store the data, organization data. So there is an incident table. The table will be used by all the employees in the organization. The table form will be used by all the employees in the organization. They will be using the incident form to create the incidents. Those incidents will come and sit into the incident table only, right? That incident table, they can filter it, right? They're using this filter option. This team worked how many incidents in this month? Each employee worked how many incidents in this month? They can track everything right from the data. They can filter out, right? Hope you have got little idea why ServiceNow is used and all. Hmm? Yes. That little clarity is needed. So in the incident table, we are using incident form to create the record, right? In the problem table, we are using problem form to create the record, right? In the finance case table, we are using finance form to create the record, right? So in future, we don't use forms. We will use script to create the record on the finance case table. We will not use the form. Using script, we will create the record. Those are called CRAD operations on tables. Those are called CRAD operations. We are creating incident record using form, right? Same create operation, we will do it using script. We don't use form. Form will not come into picture here. We will use script. Using script, we will create a record on incident table. Using script, we will create a record on finance case table. Using script, we will create a user account in user table. Using script, we will create a group record in group table. We are filtering by clicking on filter option, right? So in future, in coming sessions, we don't use filter option. We will filter using scripting. I'll tell you how to filter it and all. So I want to print all users' email addresses. Okay, user table, right? Email, right? So all users' email, I am able to filter it here. All users' emails, I am able to filter it or not. So if I have to filter, what I will do, I'll go to the list here. So here I'm able to see all users' emails, right? So using script, I'm able to filter or not. All incident numbers I want to filter. There are so many incidents, guys. That is why it will take some time. All the incident numbers I'm able to filter, right? All the problem names. Likewise, we can do the filtering and all using script. Hmm? You guys are able to understand, right? In every table, we don't use form to create the record. We use script to create the record. We don't use filter option. We'll do the filtering using scripting. Okay. Remember this point. In the table, we are creating the record using form. In the table, in the finance case table, we are creating the record using form. In the finance case table, we will create the record using script. Okay. So, guys, if you understand the fundamentals, you will become strong in coming days. Okay? If the foundation is not strong, you will not stand up. I think most of you guys, I think everybody who is joining this session, till this point, everybody is very clear. I think I'm thinking that 100% everybody is sure. 100% everybody is confident now. Hmm? Okay. Okay. So I strongly recommend you to go through the JavaScript basic session that is there on the Udemy. That will help you a lot. That will help you a lot to get your job as quickly as possible. Okay. I'm telling you, if you don't listen to those sessions, okay, you will have to listen to the sessions one more time. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, then we'll see you there in tomorrow session. Thank you all. Yeah.